Hello and welcome to a very special episode 101, which is, let me tell you, the real milestone.
It is. We are, if anything, breakers of convention here at That's a Shame. We got you guys. We told you we were going to do something big. You're expecting 100. We've pulled it out of the bag with 101.
Because episode 100...
It was dull as hell.
Very average.
I deleted it from my memory and podcast feed. And we'll be doing so for the full audience.
But we promised you big.
We did. And we're not ones to go back on our word, are we?
No, we are.
But it's not that we go back on it. It's sometimes that we don't go forward with it.
We pretend that we never had a word.
No, I don't even know that it's that. It's neither back nor forwards. It's just a kind of stasis. We'll say the word and then we'll stay the word. That's what I'd say.
Say the word and stay the word.
That's been my mantra. And look where it's got me.
This is the 101st episode.
The 101th.
And we promised you big.
Yep.
And as we said, we're going to deliver big. So what we've done, we've not got a hell of a show.
No.
We've not got one hell of a show.
No.
We've got 5 hells of shows.
I wish you'd done. We haven't got 2. We haven't got 3.
No, I figured that would have been very tedious and monotonous.
But 5.
As proven by your example. 5.
That's mental.
5.
That's almost as many as Disciples Jeezy had.
Imagine. We have got so much coming up for you.
Give us a taste, if you would, of what the listeners can hope for moving forwards.
We have surprise guests.
Very surprising.
We've got a road trip.
All the way to Secret.
Mobile TAS. Mobile TAS.
You haven't had one on the road since that Great Politics episode.
We've got a clip show. That's right. The That's a Shame retrospective.
The bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
So, here we are.
Here we are.
It's not something we've done before, this.
It's something we have talked about doing for a while, but you'll never guess what. A lot of effort.
Couldn't be bothered to do.
Yeah, it's not we couldn't be bothered, it's that we could be bothered to think about it and to do parts of it, but all at once and all together, I mean...
It just feels like a lot of work.
It's a hassle.
And it feels like a lot of unnecessary work, given we've already done the real work, which was making the actual clips.
Yeah.
And the whole episode.
Art rather than clip.
Yeah. Clip art.
Oh, that's where that came from.
I think so.
Now, when people listen to, any episode these days, they must leave the podcast with a sense of, God, what a professional outlet. What a finished, polished product.
Very well spoken.
Of course.
Thoroughly planned.
Of course.
Contentful.
Very much so.
Audio, bang on the money.
It's almost too good. But let me tell you, let me let you into a secret, listeners.
A dynamic.
What, between us?
Yeah.
Yeah, the short.
Perfectly worked out.
Here, come close.
They don't interrupt.
Come. Yeah, no, shh, no. Come here you go.
Okay.
It wasn't always like that.
Are you joking?
It wasn't always like that.
I don't think that.
Back in the old days.
No, it was.
We didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know what we were saying. We didn't know who we were.
We didn't know who the podcast was.
Have a listen. The mics are on.
So whenever we're ready.
Yep.
Well, this is it. Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to the inaugural Untitled podcast.
Only as of yet.
Indeed.
That's not like a meta name. Like, we're not going for the wanky.
No.
This podcast doesn't have a name. This page left intentionally blank.
In fact, anything but.
Pretty much the opposite. This is the vibe.
Pilot, as it were. I think that's what we're going to do, isn't it? We're going to try and find a name.
I think that's the theme for, if theme is not too strong a word, which I feel it might be.
Disorganised, shambolic plan.
Yeah, so welcome to the first episode of whatever this turns out to be. By the end of the episode, we'll have a name. That's our commitment.
I mean, hopefully you enjoy this sort of disorganised drivel.
As if anyone is going to listen
because
to this episode.
Because as far as we do have a theme, that is it.
Pretty much. I mean, we're not joking. We're not like holding back our real theme, Behind the Curtain.
No.
We don't have a name. We should introduce ourselves, though.
We have names.
Yeah.
Individually.
You go first.
I'm Declan.
And I'm Isaac.
And together, we are Untitled Podcast.
Oh, no. Let's get T-shirts already.
We have.
We have. We could make that a merch thing. So let's introduce kind of again, hard to introduce, as you said before we turn the mics on, anything about the show, because we don't have a show yet. We haven't thought about it much.
To put it in context, the idea to debate the name of the show in this episode was arranged at 12:30 this afternoon.
Yeah, it's 7:00. We should say the date. Nah, I don't want to. It's timeless.
People will know. I'm sure that we'll mention news.
Oh yeah, that's true. General election.
Exactly.
That's a snap.
Big news.
But why don't we introduce like the theme, the broad idea behind the podcast? So we're not new to the podcasting game, despite what you might be.
Isn't our first time.
It's not our first rodeo.
All evidence to the contrary.
Yeah.
Well, mainly we have a lot of conversations.
Yeah, plenty.
On a plethora of topics.
Absolutely.
And wanted them recorded for posterity.
Mostly for our own enjoyment. And then if on the off chance that anyone else wades through such nonsense, already nearly 3 minutes of drivel to find the gems therein, then that's on them. We've had this plan to do this for a few weeks now. Like, we hadn't set a date exactly, but we knew it was going to be like roughly this week that we were going to record for the first time. And so we've been keeping a list of topics.
Yeah, it's really put a strain on our friendship because we haven't been able to tell each other anything. Yeah, any story, any idea, any anecdote, joke has been saved in Google Docs and notepads.
I keep Google Keep. This is new. I don't really know how it works. It sends me a lot of emails.
To it, and it just said, here you are.
Quite a few times, even when you've been staying in the last day or something, where I've looked at you and just gone, nah, I'm saving it. This is gold dust.
I thought that was early onset Alzheimer's.
It's a bit both. So the first topic I thought of when we first mentioned it was that even in the intervening period, so we stopped doing DUTV how long ago?
Well, it was sort of so about 2 years ago. So it was
Is it that long?
Yeah, end of 2015. We haven't done any since uni.
Wow, okay. Yeah, that's a while. So, okay, it's kind of less impressive then. But in that intervening period, I'll just read my first point. Every fucker has a podcast. I remember those
How
days.
Green.
I know,
naive.
you can hear it in our voices. We don't know what's going on.
We didn't have a clue.
We didn't have a title. It's very bold.
Think about it. Then it wasn't. That's a shame.
It was.
In fact, it's almost disingenuous to have it on the website.
It kind of is, but we're going to keep it because we need all the content we can muster.
Because we've written. Well, no, we haven't written any of those articles.
All the articles for the websites.
Yeah, that we were.
Sticking to our guns and our promises has become very much a hallmark of the That's a Shame brand.
Yes.
The TAS brand, I'm going to say. And, there are a couple of times in particular where we've made claims, we've made pledges, and we've come through in a big way. Episode 15.
The Showman was a bust.
It was a what?
It was a bust.
Yeah, it was depressing as hell. The whole fucking place is depressing as hell. It's raining. And the Patreon has gone from strength to strength ever since. Thank you for that, patreon.com/shamecity. Are there any other instances, Declan, that stand out to you, perhaps from our early days, the back catalogue of when we put ourselves out there, we make big promises and we saw them to the finish line?
When I looked back through the episodes, there were almost too many examples of this because we've promised a lot, and as our listeners will know, delivered comprehensively.
100%.
There was even in the early days, we promised the website. Episode 8, Shame City.
God.
By episode 10, our first milestone episode, indeed the one with the milestone. That is where we announced that the actual website is launching.
And it was up by the publication of that episode, was it?
It was, during, I believe.
Fuck! We
live on air.
That's really good.
But better than that still was we came through on another promise, which was that we launched the very first TAS contest. What there is on there, not yet, but hopefully will be,
as of now,
a link to A form.
A form?
And not just any form.
You haven't made it sound very exciting yet.
Not just any form.
Okay.
A contest form.
Wow, let's just call it a competition.
Well, all right, okay. I was just trying to build up a bit of suspense.
What you did there, you built a lot of suspense, but then you ended in the word form, which, as any stand-up will tell you, is one of the great errors of the trade. But yeah, we've done a little competition contest sort of thing to just open us out, to kind of give you an incentive to check it out. And before I explain what it is, it's shame.city/contest. Shame.city/contest. You're going to want to go.
And my
You're going to want to give it a taste.
Haven't we got an absolute rations book of prizes to give away to you?
It disgusts me, our simple generosity. It's just, well, I've run out of clothes and potentially, energy with the whole project.
We can't just go home because he knows where that is.
Out the window, we're giving away prizes such as a handmade That's a Shame t-shirt, and it will be a shame. It will be in your size, your colour choice, maybe, if you answer
any of the cheapest colours available at our nearest Primark.
Such as white, such as beige. But no, look, let's read out the prizes because we haven't skimped. Ladies and gentlemen, we skimped in a big way, and it was off the back of that skimping that we were able to save funds for later projects. And haven't they been a blast?
Oh, they've been great, and definitely a good use of the money that we saved
from
on those prizes.
The competition.
Never heard from our winner.
No, unusual that we didn't. I mean, who wouldn't want to claim such a great array of
roster of gifts?
But Joseph, if you're out there, or feel free to drop us a line at any point, and we'll send that t-shirt, by which I mean we'll make and buy that t-shirt and then ship it off.
Yeah, I didn't know our audio quality was that bad still 10 episodes in.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best, that's for sure. A lot of kind of interruptions and general frazziness is the audio.
Oh, frazziness, sorry.
Frazzitude, sorry. That's really embarrassing.
Would you describe it as frazzitudinal or frazzitudinous?
I'd just say it's shit. But we got better, didn't we? High five on that. There it was.
There we go.
One of the ways we got better, Declan, and yes, I did do another great segue, thank you for noticing, is through the introduction of features.
Features!
Now, not every feature has been a hit. Hooked. Swing and a miss.
The interview feature.
Well, that was a hit.
3 strikes and it's done. Over the course of 60 episodes.
But boy, if this one hasn't come through for us in a big way.
I feel like we should talk about email just once more.
Oh, of course, yes, I forgot about it.
Because we don't want to set the precedent that if you email us, we won't respond.
No.
Because we will.
Because we will.
Certainly while we're receiving so sporadically few. We're more than happy. We read Emily's out, didn't we? That was good.
Did.
I don't know why I'm defending us against claims that haven't been launched at us. I'm just,
it's not like we're sitting on 1,000 emails that we've not bothered to look at.
Just sat here sweating.
One. Fuck off.
Deleting
I have a filter
all.
that sends them straight to spam. No, we don't. We're going to make a regular feature because we do have enough email semi-regularly to do it probably maybe every other episode. We'll end with a mail segment.
Sundays.
So it can be thoughts, questions.
Well, if we're only going to do it Sundays, we could call it Shame on Sundays.
Shame on Sundays, not bad. Let's see if we can quick fire some more suggestions, because that's how I feel we work at our best.
Spam or not?
No.
Okay.
You give me another, because I'm more of the judge and you're more of the thrower out.
Spam filter.
Now, why is the spam such a big
You mentioned spam.
I know I mentioned it, but I mentioned it was a joke that we weren't doing that with the spam.
Okay.
Try this one on for size. There's post. Look out. Look out. There's some post here. How about that?
Is that last bit parenthetical? Do we say that every time?
Can be.
There's post. Look out. Look out. There's post here.
On how much correspondence has been.
Jesus Christ.
There's a fuck ton of post, honey. I'm buried under it, lad.
Yeah, not that either.
What about shame post?
Yeah, okay, shame post.
Post shame. then it's like, it sounds like a movement.
Post-show, I'm happy with that.
What else?
Ding dong.
You've got post.
That's what they always say, isn't it?
Ding dong. You've got post.
There's some post here.
You've got post.
Nice. Get Meg Ryan involved.
Yeah.
She's not doing much these days.
So are we going to have a little doorbell sound effect?
Doorbell sound effect. That'll all be ready for the next episode, won't it?
Yeah.
And from that day forward, You've Got Post, really the only, now that I think of it, returning element in every episode. It's been pretty much everyone since, and we can only thank it for its contribution to the show.
Yeah, well, yeah, we've had, I think, a shame mail segment what we ended up calling it.
Yeah, no, we called it You've Got Post has been been there the whole.
We called it shame mail.
So You've Got Post for me. It began that kind of audience interaction that's really fed back into what the show has become, and like the Ouroboros eating its own tail, we just chase the audience who chase us right back, and that's the dynamic we've established.
Yeah.
Ding dong, ding dong. You've got post.
Yeah.
Oh.
Our next clip is something slightly different. Sorry. It's just a brief one. Where we
don't oversell it.
No,
where's the enthusiasm?
Sorry. No. Where we first floated the idea.
Okay.
Of a clip show.
You would be navel gazing when you make the celebration about yourself. This would be when you reflect on your own history. A best of selection of your episodes. That would be short. Or anything else that focuses more on yourself than on others. I guess we're in that category.
I like that. One of our ideas was literally to talk about how we met. Couldn't have been more navel gazing if we tried.
We'll do that another day.
Yeah.
There are appropriate times for each, and the decision is entirely yours. Here's my suggestion, and then that paragraph just finishes. That's good. We've really played us.
Is that DLC or something? You got
to subscribe.
The camera's gone. The showman's a different fucking pub. His address doesn't even fucking exist.
I wonder, can we ask around?
Ask who? Like, we've spoken generally, but the potential there is that we fucking walk ourselves into something.
Or you think they're all hot fuzzing?
Well, I've not a fucking clue. There could be.
It's a big community leader.
We're just one step behind the whole time. He just knows more than we do.
I mean, or maybe he doesn't know that we're here at all. Because if everything was kicking off at home, and since we've come here, fuck all has happened for, well, over a week. Maybe he just hasn't caught up.
But what?
Maybe he has.
But where else would he assume we'd gone? Like he'd know we weren't at home. He'd only have had to stay there for like a day and a half to know that.
Yeah. He might think we just got spooked and fucked off. Hit the continent.
We could go to him.
What do you mean?
We could go to the house. The first house.
Seems a bit of a kind of walk into the lion's den.
Well, look, the options are either A, yeah, it's walking into the lion's den. He knows, he's expecting us. We're dead.
Oh, cool.
What's
option B?
Well, the option B is we shit ourselves for the rest of our lives. He follows us home and kills us. Option C.
Can I check an option that doesn't lead in death by the largest murderer?
Well, C is that you're right. He doesn't know we're here. Mm-hmm. But if that's the case, we can't just fuck about doing nothing. We have to do something about it. So what if we go to the house?
Point to him not being here. We've had no calls. We've had no texts. We
haven't seen him. The place isn't big. I haven't seen him anywhere.
I've enjoyed not having the car be open when we've shut it all. That really been
has been reassuring. No letters. The bear is
still as
thus far further unmolested.
That is good. to the house. So let's just go. Let's go. I say, look, let's take it slow. Let's not get caught up. The temptation is to kind of provoke something from nothing, and I understand that, but we don't want to be rash.
Okay.
You've got the address. I mean, we could walk it.
No, let's go in the car.
Okay. If you think that's better. Let's go and see. I mean, there might not still be anyone there. That little kid that lived next door. It's probably an adult, fledged.
Alright. Good.
Okay, we scout out. Hello and welcome to episode 101 of That's a Shame.
It's in the mountains.
That's exactly right. We told you it was going to be 100. We've saved this exactly. We've saved the celebration for
it's up in the mountains.
101, and here it is. We've got all manner of treats for you today. Declan, run us through them. Yeah, it's the first time we've done anything of that ilk, absolutely.
He's not in there.
It's going to be an exciting time.
No, he's not in there.
Exactly. That's going to be, probably, I'll be honest, not as good as the clip show, but it's something to work towards.
You're always left wanting.
5. Imagine that. That's, it's 4 plus 1 at its most basic level. Right. We're going to kick off with Dealer's Choice. Yeah. Well, thank you. I try. Dealer's Choice here means that we've picked one of our favourite episodes for you to revisit. And it's, it's not that we're bitter about people not emailing us about it at the time, but we think it's one that,
it's not.
Yeah, we think it's one that slipped by unnoticed. Here for your listening pleasure is Wheel of Cheese.
It's anyone's game now.
What became clear, though, was that she'd been wise to conserve her energy en route, because boy did she need it for the wheel.
Oh my goodness.
She put everything she had.
It looked like she was trying to climb the wheel. That's how high she reached on it. She was a small hunchbacked old woman.
She channeled like the full power of our ancestors.
And she kind of brought herself up to her full height. Vertebrae that had been dormant, fused together.
Sounded like when the Iron Giant came back to life.
Yeah. It was that moment when the basilisk emerges.
Yeah.
It was everything you could hope for, that she emerged up like some sort of absolute fucking giraffe. Like
when all the Power Rangers put themselves together to make one big Power Ranger, and you wonder why they didn't do that every episode, the stupid idiots.
Why were they ever a separate entity? Why they weren't just the power robot.
Yes, so she put everything she had into it.
Clasped the wheel with the final
tendrils. A hand shaking. The skin cracking with the very effort of moving your fingers apart to grab it.
Like its girth. Under her nails was dust from the library at Alexandria. Like this was now suddenly being dislodged. A new species, long since thought to be extinct, falling out of her hair.
Just flourishing all over the place.
Yep. And up she went, clasped onto the wheel, and veritably collapsed downwards. This
Shouting Wheel of Fortune!
And round the wheel went.
I mean, she had, to her credit, she'd given it a fucking hell of a go.
I tell you what, I've never seen a wheel spin like that.
No. And I've been on the motorway.
The clicker.
Yeah. It was going mad.
Rattling away.
Hold on.
One of them broke off, just turned into dust.
It burst into flames.
The very axle along which it spun just turned into liquid, molten lava, poured out of the sides.
And the nearest man just grabbed it in his cupped hands.
The wheel was spinning on pure force, levitating. It was just spinning with its own full speed.
That's amazing.
Until finally, you begin to hear that change in tempo. The rattle begins to turn into a slight tick. And in full movie fashion, the arrow pointed down. One more block needed. Up it pings to the grand prize slot. And what did 9,100,000,000-year-old Mildred win?
A woman whose existence predates technology.
What did the crowd cheer for as it was thrust from the host's hands into her bony...
It was dropped by a helicopter.
Like her
Richard Branson did a flyby.
All of the skin and muscle from her hands had fallen. It had all been used to spin this wheel. She was nothing but a skeleton from the waist up.
Yeah.
And what was she given? A fucking PlayStation 4.
She's probably dead now.
Yeah. God only knows about that PS4.
Passed on to a grandson, perhaps. Willed on to some...
It's up in the mountains now.
Yeah. Where it belongs, I suppose.
Yeah. Up in the mountains.
Good clip, though. You enjoyed that episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good one. Wheel of Cheese, episode 28.
28, yeah.
It's a classic piece.
It's a good one.
The good old days of that.
Who was the first one?
Tiger Lily.
Tiger Lily, right. And Geppetto.
Yeah.
So
two more.
That's
weird. I didn't get them all. Oh no, they just went in order. That's fine. Okay, so my third one. You're happy with the first two?
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't see.
The third one is kind of in the same vein, and it's one that I initially didn't put because I thought you might have put it on your list for yourself.
For myself.
And maybe it was one of your like reserves or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's another older character, not in terms of the actual age in the fiction, but when the film She, a little spoiler there, is from, came out.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just thought I'm going to cast my mind back and see what the past has to offer as well. With no further ado, and there's a rhyme about to brew.
Oh.
It's the big horse, Frou Frou, from the Aristocats, 2-1, because I don't know if there was a sequel. Frou Frou the horse, Aristo, cats. What do you think?
That is really weird. That was one that I...
Was it on your list?
Yeah, that I crossed off.
That's so funny. I thought it might have been. There are... I mean, well, let's think of some adjectives. She's got a certain regality about her.
Yeah.
And that's something that, they play with a bit. She's almost to a fault, that kind of regal...
Well-mannered.
Yeah. Funny voice. And that's
very funny voice.
On as well.
Lots of teeth.
All over the mouth.
Yeah, so, full of them.
Okay, so 3 for 3?
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty happy with them.
Yes.
Would you say that mine for you have been a higher batting average than yours for mine?
In terms of the quality of the character or the...
yes, both.
Acuity?
Both.
No. But, what?
It's a yes, but that's fine. So the fourth one here is... I kind of toyed with putting this one on the list because I wasn't sure, how you take it. But we've gone with Frou Frou. The fourth one, I'm just going to cut straight to the chase here.
Who?
It's from... Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that your fourth one is... That's based on...
What? Why would you say that?
What do you mean?
What? Why would you say that?
Well, it's just... what I was going for is...
Are you taking a piss?
No, I'm not. It's just because they're like a funny...
Are you being...
Yeah, well, it's on my list. I mean, I put it on the list. It's just...
But
Okay, but it is...
No, but
it is
you know what... You know how I feel about that?
Well, yeah, but I thought you would be able to...
Why did you think that was funny?
I didn't think it was... I just thought...
You wouldn't like if I came in here and said that you were... Would you?
I wouldn't honestly let it affect
me. Oh,
fuck
off.
Okay, well, don't get angry about it.
What do you mean don't get angry about it?
It's just...
Are you having a fucking laugh?
It's a joke.
And you want that...
It's absolutely...
You thought that was... You were just going to say that in the show?
What, you mean we can't have this one even in the show?
Are you having a fucking... No, you can't have it in the show.
Let me turn the mic on. Wayne Chipman. What a guy!
The man, the myth, the legend.
I reflect, daily, pretty much, on the fact that we got the Flat Earth Man on our show. It hasn't made enough ripples in the very Flat Earth community, for my liking.
Talking about the myth that is the Wall Earth.
Well, Ball Earth is one of my favourite types of Earth there is. I mean, it's great. And the bit where he says that Jesus is the OG flat earther.
Unprecedented.
It's journalism at its finest.
That is like Woodward and Bernstein.
It's why they tune in every twice a week. God, we've got more clips. Just here. Turn it off. Is this definitely the right place?
Well, this is where we were.
It doesn't even...
Well, sorry about that. Don't know what... I don't think that was supposed to be there.
No, so tell us what's next.
Oh, we get...
Yeah, no,
okay. Yes, well, next is a throwback to a more recent feature that we've been introducing here on TAS, which is the Would You Rather, a fan favourite. So this is a clip of one of our favourites. So over to that. You all right?
Thank you for joining us. This is a big day for me. Halloween, not in the sense that I'm doing anything, but in the sense that I really like it. I've always had a real enjoyment of Halloween. Maybe we should kick off this special episode, a bonus episode for everyone. That's nice already.
Well, yeah,
generous. We should kick it off by just...
No, but like, those are the three.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I don't know, it doesn't look how I pictured it. It looks kind of more ordinary.
Yeah, it does look quite normal.
But that's kind of worse. Just talking a bit about what Halloween means to us. After you.
Well, traditionally, Halloween has meant very little to me.
Oh, good.
I think just watch.
There's no one in.
No, well, there's lights on. So there could be.
Where's that?
I don't...
We're trying to turn it off. Okay, we're doing our best.
Just doing... We can't... We never really did all that much for Halloween.
But that, in a way, is the spookiest thing of all.
We dressed as normal people every Halloween.
And then how do you know who's the ghost?
What we did was stay at home more.
Whoa.
No, I mean, we sometimes went to kind of...
My bedroom. Fuck.
Can't really see much.
Well, it's not a great vantage point.
Well, I don't know.
Can we get any closer?
Well, I mean, we can, but then we're very clearly...
The odd crematorium.
Good. Warm.
Very
dusty.
Ashful.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't really do a lot of dressing up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sometimes did.
But not on Halloween.
No.
Just for a nice
Easter,
June
like
12th.
I said. Yeah. There's a nice photo.
I feel like we should have got some McDonald's in or something.
Yeah.
They always have that in films.
I thought you were going to say disguises. Just sat here with Groucho Marx glasses.
Lights gone out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see anyone?
No.
Why are all the fucking curtains shut?
I don't know, it's weird.
What?
No. I was trying to look in the house next door so I could see that kid.
Oh god. The kid was 100% some sort of demon.
Oh yeah. It was that ghost girl from that Japanese lift prank.
I think it was probably an old man or something. In disguise.
On the front door's out.
Sit back. Can they see?
I don't think so. Who the fuck is that?
Well, it's not him.
Well, given that it's a her.
Yeah, but that didn't stop him last time.
I don't reckon it. It's not the daughter.
Could be someone staying there.
Fuck me. God, I forgot they still have this.
Feel morally obligated to warn them if that's the case.
Well, they've still got a key.
Yeah.
In case she's gone.
Definitely. Can you see in the mirror?
Yeah, she's round the corner.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah, well, I am.
Yeah, well, keep a fucking eye out. Just wait.
Where are you going?
Just
where are you going? We don't know that. You fucking idiot. Isaac. What are you doing?
Hello and welcome to That's a Shame, episode 101. I'm Isaac. Let's get straight into the clip show.
I wanted on this anniversary to thank you for that.
Oh, that's
but I also knew that I wouldn't be the only one. Mm-hmm. That people out there, if they knew, I mean, they probably already knew, but if they didn't know, they should know. And if they knew then, they would want to know. That also, they need to know that you're the one.
Okay.
Who does that?
Do you like that clip? Yeah? Hello? Did you like that one? Yeah? Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, answer me when I'm talking to you.
Yes.
Did you like the fucking clip? Yeah? Would you like to hear another one? Yeah? Would you? There's plenty more.
Like you say, it's the commercial style in which this is done. You just shouldn't have a show where the premise is we have a funky little intro music, a bit of like either jolly piano, or maybe some spooky sounds you found in a YouTube video somewhere. And then you come up with a little name and a little brand, and you've got your little logo, and then you rock up and you talk about vicious, brutal murders.
I don't know if it's more offensive when it's done really slickly, like high production.
Yeah, well, it is. Yeah, that's production. What I'm saying. That it's.
Stay here. Fucking stay here. Put the key back on the map.
I'm not fucking staying anyway.
Don't, we can't both go in.
Yes, we can. I'm not splitting.
Shut the fucking door then.
Okay.
We need to stay and look out the front of the building.
You're not splitting up. You're not going into this house by yourself.
We saw them leave. It's fine.
We don't know that it's empty.
Oh my god. We can't fucking have this argument now. Just...
But yeah, like to sort of come be like, hey guys, welcome to it. That's right, it's True Crime New Zealand, which actually I think might be one. I don't even think I made that up. It's like, we're here to talk about all of the crimes that happened in New Zealand. Next series, Tibet.
Oh, Tibet.
CSI, Tibet.
You're not super. It's not super sanity. It is insanity.
I think it's fair to say that it's a step above sane, and therefore, just in the purest sense.
Supra sane.
Super. No, I prefer sane.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not sure we should go much further than this.
What can we see here?
Well, I don't know.
You were the one who fucking decided to come here.
I know. I think let's look in the living room.
Why is everything different?
What do you mean?
Fucking the painting's gone. The Bible quotes are fucking shelf's not there.
Can we look into the living room?
I think so.
Where the fuck is the kitchen?
I can't.
Okay, this is really horrible.
I still feel like we're being watched.
What are we doing? Are we taking photos? Are we like...
I don't give a fuck. What can we fucking up? It's just a house. Let's go upstairs. Shh. What?
Oh, there's nothing. Sorry.
What the fuck is that?
The chair.
Oh,
the same fucking chair.
the handle's fine. There's like...
It's a different door. It's a fucking different room entirely.
It's your turn outside.
It's
your turn outside.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? It's your turn.
My turn for what?
It was my turn last. Now it's yours.
Outside.
Just
fucking phone off.
Just Ange.
Oh, great. That's fine. Giving me a fucking heart attack.
What the fuck is that?
What do you mean?
What did you have in your hand?
A knife. What do you think?
For what?
For fucking...
What are you going to do? Shank my phone?
Not your phone, mate. The fuck? I didn't know it was your phone. Oh, God, this is...
Let's just get out.
Okay.
I cannot take any more of this. I'm so on edge.
Okay, let's go. Let's just leave. Oh, God, I'm going to need such a fucking drink after this.
Show me.
Don't even start, okay? Let's just get out. Why did you lock the fucking door?
I didn't.
What do you mean you didn't?
I just left the key in the lock.
You left the key where?
In the lock.
What do you...
Just pull it.
Can't fucking open it.
Take out something.
Try the living room.
Try. It's fucking.
I've been Isaac. What the fuck is that?
Fuck. Fucking hell, he is here. He's in that. He's in. How is he here? How is that happening? We said we have to go.
I will see you very, very soon. I've been Isaac. You've been.
I've been dead.
I will see you very, very soon. Bye, guys. So there we have it. It's been quite a ride for both of us, hasn't it?
It's been,
I mean,
quite the look back over some colourful.
Absolutely,
episodes.
and we're not safe as we are, so it's good to just listen back to that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly,
and to re-experience it, I guess, because
and and it's good hearing all of the the help that people have sent.
It is. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that sort of thing.
Yeah, if they could keep sending help, that would really help us out.
Yeah, that'd be really good. Actually, we'll be doing more of this. I hope, and I'm sure if you guys want it, that's kind of for you to take the ball and run with it to us on that one.
Yeah.
And we can sort that kind of thing out together, but with you guys absolutely at the forefront.
It really is a matter of life and death for us, this.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. We'll be back in another big episode.
Another life.
Anytime now. And from all of us here, from all of us, from
everyone.
Me, from you, from everyone in the room, as we record, I've been Isaac, you've been...
I've been Declan.
We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, oh Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be fonder of my big home. The bees are buzzing in the tree to make some honey just for me. The bare necessities of life will come to you. Just the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, oh Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be fonder, my new home. The bees are buzzing in the tree to make some honey just for me. The bare necessities of life will come to you.